What is it about? It's about a little bit of technique, of course, because we're in technical forum. It's a little bit of marketing also. So this is all mixed. And if you want to be a little bit disruptive, well, you have to do both.
You don't have to say that.
I believe in it. That's why I'm saying it.
Go on, Pascal.
So we started with statements from the market. What is the market? The market is floated by new collector coins every year. And they are all, let's say, more or less looking the same. It's not an offense. We would like to have something which is different. And for that, the first statement was, well, collectibles are numerous and more differentiation is hard. And originally, this is a bit small, you know. How do you do this? Can you hear me? Okay, good. So I like being on the screen. So the collectibles here usually are somehow a passive thing, which means that you have a sale. When you open the package, you have a thrill, or you can have a thrill before the sale, it doesn't matter. And then you do something else. You pass, you can store it, maybe it's a value for you to be stored, etc. So no real interaction afterwards. So the point is that the market standards are passive products. And again, it's not offense. The KYC, know your customer, is often in this case rather poor, which means that you don't know exactly who is the customer behind this specific coin that has been bought. Okay? So would be interesting to develop a little bit further on that. So how can we profit from the new lifestyle trends, and how can we profit from the digital experience in general, and how can we mix this with our traditional products, because they are traditional products. We try to have a new concept at the Monnaie de Paris, a new approach, where we would like to renew the offer with a fusion of heritage and innovation, with smart products. We called it smart products, but not the only one to talk about smart products. But here, we would like to have some technology in it, which is revolutionary and which can give you a new level of numismatic. So the new standard must be interactive collectibles. And there must be also, this is important, the brand engagement of the customer. So what we say is that we need to satisfy the desire for unique products on one side, but you have to merge the tradition of minting with modern technology and to increase the customer engagement and provide a new digital experience. So, concepts have been refined. What is it about? We went through the idea of embedding some technology. Better take NFC technology because you can use it easily with your smartphone. And with that, you have to authenticate your product with your smartphone very easily. And you can go into, if you want, if you desire so, to register yourself as a customer in the database, and then you can have interaction with the product. You choose to do it or not to do it, of course. For that, we created a mobile app which is called e-collection Monnaie de Paris. So, the digital certificate that you get will be on blockchain, and there will be a digital twin which will be in the e-collection mob app that you have, and where you can see the coin, the virtual coin, which is there, which is the twin. The customer engagement here is interesting for Monnaie de Paris because we propose a direct customer interaction or link. For that, we need to motivate the customer. He's buying not only a piece of technology, but he has also to buy something which is different. And we propose some exclusive content, which you cannot get from traditional coins. So this is the link I talked about with the Monnaie de Paris brand and the product, through the product. So enough of this, and now is a picture. This is an example of some things which have been done. And again, it's dating a little bit, and no offense for all our colleagues. But you can see here a basic QR code on the right and a proof tag on the other side. These are physical things which have no real interaction with your brand. So, The design requirements we received from the marketing, and this is where I end with the marketing and start with the technique. We need something which is in the medium to high range product in terms of cost or sales price. We need something which is not too much volume, so it can be small to medium volumes, collectibles, of course, and we need some colors on it, and of course, all the components you put in it must be invisible. Must be also, this is another requirement, must be tamper-proof, of course, because you have a highly secured coin. You need also to have something which is substantially innovative, because otherwise it's just a gimmick or a gadget. And the chosen on the marketing side that they will have the first theme or thematics, which will be Eiffel, which is the coin that you will see a little bit later, and the Notre Dame, which is the one just after. So the first one is this one. This one has been produced and put on the market in November 23. It has been sold out. It's a silver 999, 2-ounce, 41 millimeter. So we said, okay, this is nice, and we'll go for number 2. Number 2 is the one that just came out, celebrating the reopening of the Monnaie de Paris, sorry, Notre Dame de Paris in December, and it's on sale. And so we do expect that this one has also such an interesting fan base. Nevertheless, and here we come to technique, there are physical limits. What are they? The challenge is high. The metal and NFC in general are incompatible, or not really good friends, let's put it like this. Whether it is silver or gold, that's number 1. Number 2, if you take a collector coin size, which is about this, not that, this, and you take a simple smartphone from the market, it is physically impossible to match and to get a reaction from a component which is in this coin, whatever you do. Sorry? Micro, sorry. Thank you. We want also to keep the component very small. It must be embedded in the product, and so it must be invisible, and that's invisible, completely invisible. It's also not possible. And we need to reach a reasonable price, and we need to find how this can be mixed together, and when we started, it did not exist. So, the smallest chips we have tested were, including the antenna, was about 11 millimeter. The chips were 1 square millimeter, and the antenna around it, especially custom-made, was 11. That's okay, but you need a very effective metal barrier, and for that we created an absolutely innovative compound, which I will not detail here, which is able to pass through the NFC signal from your smartphone without losing the signal, okay? So there must be also the metal tamper-proof filling to protect all this, to lock it together, and we need also to be sure that all the processes of all the stages of the temperature, which is more or less high, is not destroying the electronic component. So that's only a couple of images which are more general. You can see that when you start developing here, you've got magnetic fields, you have a courant de Foucault, you have all these kind of things. I don't want to bore you with this, but this was one of the main trouble we had to solve. And finally, we came back to embedding, where we had 25% of the coin must be a maximum. We have a serration or leeway must not be more than 1.25 millimeter, and the location must be more or less not in the center, but more on the side. And we reached the minimum size of the antenna that works properly. So this is the coin minted without his component, just to get an idea. So we have a specific shape here and depth. This is in the principle, this is very simple. The principle of putting a tag in the embedding the tag into this coin and covering it with the blue thing, which is the special compound we put on it, which has, this all has not to be destroyed, the signal, once again. Otherwise, it doesn't matter, it doesn't work. So this is an illustration of mini tag fixing. We had a lot of temperature check here to be sure that the functionality is effective. Then we have the filling, which is a special component that we have to also, which is locking the thing and gives you your tamper-proof thing. And these are some pictures from our designers, which shows how it should look like when it's finished. That means you have the color on it because marketing wanted color on it. And here it's featuring the beams of the interior of the cathedral. Some key figures. We had 16 different families of prototypes before reaching a solution. We had more than 2,000 hours of R&D on that. We had to run a test run of 400 units finished. And we needed something like 80 smartphone families, different families, because you need one random from the market, so you make sure that everything works. This was a hell of a thing with a lab from outside, a partner, so which led us to 4,200 individual tests, which is huge. This is just an example of some tests which have been conducted. So what's interesting also is how does it look like from the customer side? Customer is accompanied from the beginning when he unpacks his product until the end when he's enrolled as a new customer in our database. He nears the capsule and he's connecting with the NFC equipment. We will see that here. You've seen it in the teaser. And then you will interact with both, between the product and the smartphone of the customer. The customer, if he desires so, enrolls himself in the system and then gets this, what I already said, exclusive content. Content can be on the product making, can be on rare documents, can be brand exclusive information about Monnaie Paris or services. We have a lot of things here which can be done technically. The customer asks for the fabrication of his blockchain digital certificate if he desires so. This is not automatic also. There are always the opt-in solutions. And the customer receives his digital certificate and becomes, in this case, the sole owner of the phygital product. So both physical and digital. So if you want to sell this coin, you need to sell it not only the solid coin, but you need to sell also the certificate which goes with it. Otherwise, it's not complete. Okay? That's only a small movie. This is the definitive product. It comes with a random smartphone. This is a rather old one. Make sure that it works here. Close it. Opens it. And you are on the home page, which is the start of your journey as a customer. The achievements. Finally, this was 100% functional with any NFC equipment on a smartphone. That was really a challenge because the older models were not good enough, let's say. But this is now, with a renewal, it's not a problem anymore. This is also a see-through capsule, which was the aim. If you have to open it, it's a collector coin, so it's fragile. And we have the software, which is on the blockchain Ethereum 2. Platform is behind the brand, Monnaie de Paris, for the whole customer management. And this is a patented method or achievement. Road to future, and this is, we're coming almost to the end here. Because, yeah, sorry. Thank you so much. We would like to create a collection of first connection coins, collected coins, if possible every year. because we invested so much in R&D, so it makes sense that you continue as long as you sell them, of course. We would like to continue to develop this customer engagement, which is a new way to do it around our brand. We want to have more exclusive content and maybe some services. This is not done yet, but we are thinking about that, and engage a customer talk, that you have something which is an exclusive link to the brand. And develop, of course, and this is the title of the paper, develop this famous bridge between the physical world and the digital world for our products and for our customers. This was the silver, and here is a special one, which is in gold, 1 kilo. Here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for listening.